So this conversation is a very, very important conversation. It is the conversation. Welcome, Kamoruddin. Thanks for coming, everyone. So this is a very important conversation. And the conversation tonight is the literal difference between making life easy for your children and and turning your children to objects of worship. I say this all the time. Abroad is not the solution of Nigeria. Abroad is another dimension of problems. Abroad is not the opposite of Nigeria. If you say Nigeria is bad, then abroad is good. You are wrong. Your children can go to a mall abroad and never come back home. Your children can literally go to school and never come back home in America. Even in London. Maybe places like Newcastle, Manchester, Glasgow, Aberdeen are a lot calmer places. But London is not safer than Nigeria. There was a hotel Tasteboats and I stayed in London. Park Towers. Was it Park Towers? On Knightsbridge. That we stayed at the hotel. We thought it was one of the most fantastic hotels we'd ever stayed at. Only for us to be, I was talking to PT because PT's house is down the road from that hotel. So I was talking to PT one day and sirens were passing in the background and they were making a lot of noise. So I don't say, London, they don't go stab themselves again. Baba, I just said it out of annoyance. The sirens were making noise. PT called me 30 minutes later. I said, Baba, that's the way you talk. Not true. True, they just stab person. We went to Google where they stab the person. Right in front of where me and Tasteboats were standing, admiring the hotel from. That's the same place they stabbed somebody less than a month later. So we tend to believe that abroad is better than Nigeria. And don't get me wrong, it is mainly because people abroad usually had a very bad experience of Nigeria. Ella, I will read your DM. I'm sorry, I've had lots of DMs today. I mean, since yesterday actually, so I've not really had time. Forgive me, Ella. So, a lot of people who are in America are people who did not succeed in Nigeria. That's why people like John will say abroad is prison. The average person, I don't see someone like Sele who is doing well in Nigeria, who is running his business in Nigeria, that want to be one person who wants to relocate. I don't see Sele as somebody who wants to relocate. Most of the people who are abroad, ask them to show you what they did in Nigeria. You will see that it's like 2 or 3% that did well in Nigeria and just decide that, you know what, I am tired of Nigeria. Nigeria is just not working for me because there's too much noise or because there's this or because there's that. 95% of the people, Nigerians abroad, could not make a headway in Nigeria. Now why they go abroad? They could not make a headway. There are some men whose families are abroad, but the men cannot leave Nigeria. The average person, ask anybody who is doing okay abroad, tell them to tell you about their lives in Nigeria. It will always be 95 to 97%. You will not see somebody like John that is doing well in Nigeria that want to relocate. I'm not saying Nigeria is perfect. Nigeria has Nigerian issues, Nigerian stupidity, Nigerian lack of security, Nigerian some one day the government will decide to come and take your house, foolishness. I'm not saying Nigeria is immune to Nigerianness. What I'm saying is, what's wrong with the audio? I think it's your side. So a lot of people in abroad now, how many people are doing well in Nigeria? Let's start to mention Abu Ebel. Me, I'm doing well in Nigeria. Nedu is doing well in Nigeria. If I go through my Instagram, I'll tell you, there are many people, numerous people that are, all my neighbors are doing well. Sele is doing well in Nigeria. John is doing well in Nigeria. Even from this live, I go begin to tell you people that are doing well. How many people are doing well in Nigeria? Too many people are doing well. I wish I could show you my chat with my friend who lives in Nigeria, by the way. He's doing his 50th birthday. Where I come to tell him, say, I want to wear. When he want me, say, he say, make I know where native come in birthday. Say make I wear black tie. I can't show him picture of Ebuka with native and black tie. In tell me say no Joe, come they show person where they give me blue. Because I say I go wear native. Let me show you something. This is the spec of his 2026 Ferrari. To be on the list for this car, just say you did the queue, 100,000 euro. Sorry, 150,000 euro. That's not the price of the car. That is the price of the queue. Say you did the queue. Someone say percent of million of 200 million people. I don't care about percent. I don't hang out with the percent. These are my percent. The people in my circle are my percent. If you say 80% of Nigerian children beg on the street, do my children beg on the street? You are mentioning numbers that are not significant to me. Because my children go to school and the school fees is expensive and everybody there has paid the school fees. My daughter's private university, before you resume in the school, you must have paid your school fees. They're not going to even allow, it's part of the criteria of resumption. And they have 6,000 students and everybody has paid school fees. That's the price of the queue. The car is about €500,000. The queue is about 150,000 euro. To be on the queue first, to be first customer from Nigeria. So when you say there's no money in Nigeria, there's no money in Nigeria, I don't see it. Someone said the conversation is not about you, it's about Nigeria. I correct you. I am in Nigeria. In my estates and my environs, we are looking for a house to rent for some of our staff. We cannot get a 3-bedroom flat for 10 million naira. What does that mean? All the flats are taken. Let me give you an example. You will see 2-bedroom flat for 10 million naira. You go and look at the flat on a Thursday. You call them on a Friday to send the form so you can make payment. They tell you, say somebody will come that Friday morning, don't transfer cash then and there. I'll tell you my experiences. In this Nigeria, eh, if I dey airport and I dey stranded for Nigeria, I can see Nigerians that will give me $5 million. Sorry, 5 million naira. 5 million naira is about $3,000. I guarantee if we are stranded in the UK airport, you will never find somebody that will give you $3,000 is £2,000. Where do you want to sit? Say you go see person where if you walk up to say, I'm Daddy Freeze, I need help. You will never sit in the UK. You will never. I'm not sure if you'll be lucky enough to sit in America, but you'll not sit in the UK. So my argument has always been the UK and the US might work for you. Does not mean that Nigeria is bad. If you can understand the Nigerian system, if you can understand the Nigerian system and understand how to manipulate it, Nigeria will make sense to you. But you've got to understand there's a system that doesn't work. So you've got to be able to be ready for a system that does not work. I'm not going to tell you Nigeria is better than America. No, there's a system that works for you. The one I will not let you say is when you come and say abroad is better than Nigeria. Because I know people who have British citizenship. This, my friend, where I show you in Ferrari, is a British citizen. Why is he not in the UK? Why is he in Nigeria? Sometimes he will vex with Nigeria and go to the UK, stay 3 months. After a while, he will use his 2 legs and come back here. John has worked in several places abroad. Why is he not working abroad? When he go up, come down, finish, he will come back to this in Nigeria. Nigeria will annoy you. But you see, once you have figured out how to survive in Nigeria, and it works with you. Listen, the fact that Nigeria did not work for you does not mean abroad will not work for you. And the fact that abroad is working for you does not mean Nigeria is bad. It's just not good for you. Those that understand it will work with it. Those that understand it will work with it. Me, I'm allergic to systems that don't work. Maybe because you are used to systems that work. But let me tell you, in a system that works, one small thing like Donald Trump go scatter the whole system and you no go get head or tail again. But in a system that does not work, nobody can scatter what is not working. Waiting no dey work, nobody fit scatter am. Everybody, for Nigeria, you be your own local government. Now you they provide your own security. Now you they tie your own. If I want to drive my sports car comot, all the portion I get full number of all the vulcanizers wey dey near all the potholes. I go dey call them one by one, send transfer money, so when they fill the pothole. When they fill the pothole, make they do video, send to me. Now me they repair. If I want to drive out, I thought I was the only one. One Nigerian celebrity that has a McLaren, they say now so they repair road. Any day one come out, you go pay all the people, make they repair. They go down, they repair the road down, make it come out. You will have to be your own local government in Nigeria. The government will not fix things that the government is supposed to fix. So you are going to have to fix it. Someone say America abroad don't scatter. No vex. So I think say abroad still they work. Nigeria na scatter system. I dey repair road. If I want drive my motor, as I drive on today, then you get where road they bad reach. You no go fit repair them because it go cost you like 1 million naira. Normal say I want drive my motor come out, I go budget like 100k to repair the road, then 100k for the street boys. So that when they see me come, they don't come put their hand. As they see me, or just see red motor, they come, they make big noise. Everybody will just know, say that the fleas don't come out today. They go gather me, they know say don't touch my car, they don't go touch my motor. I will just call one of them where I know. Hey, you get one where they call available. Available, Abi. How many people dey with you here? 20. Okay. I go send you 15,000. Just finance, you go take share them. You get another one. We did that junction. Ayomide. How far? Once they don't come see me, sometimes I did bad mood. I just tell them, say, today I'm in a bad mood. Desalma. So once you've clocked Nigeria, once you figured out how it works, you go just the manager and they go. Someone say you can't move around how you like. Who told you? First of all, there are places I don't like to move around to, so I don't need to move around there. It's not how I like. Where do I like to move to? Moving Pikikoyi, Eco Hotel VI. All the restaurants that I like to eat are in VI and Ikoyi and Lekki. My spa is in VI. Then anything else is Ikeja International Airport abroad or Abuja. Is nothing they carry me go. Nothing they carry me go places like Ilupeju. If I want to go Ilupeju, I could just collect Uber. I get one place where they go chop amala for Ilupeju. I just charter Uber. Go to Ilupeju, come back. If you have money, you will solve that problem because Uber is not cheap. Now, let me tell you, there are brand new taxis in Lagos called Lag Ride. As in, you go enter the car, you go, they smell the brand new. Brand new. I still use one today. Waiting they carry me go Mushin since I don't do Lagos 20-something years. Maybe I've been to Mushin twice. Somebody saw me driving my car, say, this motor, I like it too, but you cannot drive it to Abule Egba. You cannot drive it to Igbo Ilerin. You cannot drive it to Alagbado. I asked the person, say, I've lived in Lagos since 2021. 2001. That will make it 24 years. In 24 years, how many times have I gone to Igbo Ilerin? Once for my daughter's jump. How many times have I gone to Alagbado? Maybe 6 times. Oluwa.he, popping my money gun, God bless you. How many times have I gone to all these places that I will be buying car? And then the reason why I'm not buying the car is because the car no go waka reach there. Me, myself, I the waka reach there. Seller say he doesn't even know Mushin. And I don't have only one car. I get my Camry, where I go drive, go down Mushin, come back. Nobody go know say I enter, nobody go know say I come out. So, like I said, you will go to places. Baba, on my dad's 80th, we went on a boat cruise behind Banana Island. You will see Mike Adenuga's house with helicopter landing, as in houses we get helicopter landing pad, either on top of the house or outside on the waterway. Reach 10. People will no say this go slow way they talk about, they don't know, because na helicopter they use waka for this Nigeria. That it freeze. When was the last time you had a family road trip? It's been a while. Because in all honesty, Nigeria is not safe for family road trips. The question is, how often do I want to have family road trips in a year? Maybe once a year. I can sacrifice that. No. We had a family road trip last year. But we hired police. My daughter was graduating from school when Daniela was graduating. We went from Lagos to Ekiti State. And it was a lovely trip. It was a lovely trip. What? My mother goes on road. My mother does not use air. When she lands in Lagos like this, her escort and her car, they are going straight to Ekiti State. Normally, my mother take airport. After a while, my mother just said, you know what? Drive me. I have a brand new car. I have driver. I have police. Oh yeah, let's hit the road. My sister does a lot of road trips. At least my sister does road trips in In a month, my star will do like 2 road trips. The reason why you now have to understand that Daddy Freeze is not a typical Nigerian. If me and you waka, we understand what I'm talking about. By the time 10 people come and take picture, 2 or 3 people come and argue with me, 1 or 2 people come and quarrel, 1 or 2 people say come and kneel down and say Daddy Freeze bless me, you will know that you don't. I personally don't want to be on the, because it is stressful. They recognize you for go slow, they go recognize you for bank, they go recognize you here. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. Someone said you are just 0.005% of Nigerians that could afford private security. That's it. I think that's an illusion, because the people I live around, in my estate, we have private security. People will get police where they follow them for my estate, they reach 20. My mama get police. My mama will tell you that when we're coming, I tell my mama, say, make we use lag ride. My mama say, God forbid. Say, if her escort is not there, she cannot move. Now I tell my mama, say, we're going from here to there. It's just down the road. My mama say, lie. Her escort go there. My mother is used to it. She has 1 policeman attached to her 24 hours a day. And if she's moving, she has a police truck. You think if my mama in Romania, she'll get police where they follow her. Of course, fine, Romania is safer. But at the end of the day, is part of the adaptation of Nigeria. But like I said, the conversation today, and that's why sometimes I don't like having the comment section on, because I was meant to talk about this briefly, but then it becomes a topic because I'm reading comments. So a lot of the time, I like switching the comment section off to give priority to those who want to talk. Because the show that you are commenting on is interesting because people are talking, you can hear them. Someone said, some people are just sick and tired the way government treats its citizens. It's not a level playing field, especially if you don't get average family background. Is it America that you are not tired of? The one way Trump they do and never tire on. Where in Ilupeju do you eat amala? It's one place called Ibile. In that around that Ilupeju pass. So someone said, DF, yet there was private security in the estate of this young journalist that lost her life. It makes sense, but you see, me, I live in Tinubu's Lagos. And Lagos makes way more sense than Abuja. I don't like Abuja. Abuja does not make any sense to me. Abuja is just a very, very funny place. I don't know what you will see inside it. Personally, I don't like it. Close to the place, yes. It's not the same America that Charles Kirk, the quiet Charles Kirk. That boy where they arrest, that Nigerian boy where they arrest for Dubai, did he not buy inside London? You understand? Did he not buy inside London? So, like I said, nowhere is safe. For the average man, America is better for you than Nigeria. But if you're above average, you will enjoy Nigeria if you know how to figure your way around, figure it out. There's nobody's life that I see in America and I say, oh my God, I wish I was living in America so I can be enjoying this. There's nobody's life that I envy that lives in America or the US or Canada. I'm yet to see the person. Oh man, to say maybe I go America for they enjoy this. So I says, Ibile, is he owned by Zlatan? I don't know who owns it, but I can't know the people that own it, but I like their Ilupeju branch. And if you're in Lekki, I want to eat amala, for me, Olaya, around that mosque, around that Lekki mosque. I don't know the name of that road. For me, Olaya is the best in Lekki. On the mainland, for Amala, I'll pick Ibile. In Lekki, I'll pick Olaya. Yeah, if we came to make the bar, we are coming back to invest. I like Mr. Lamborghini. I like that word. Now, there are also some people who, because they've lived in America or Canada for a while, have now gotten citizenship. And that citizenship has opened possibilities to the world for them. That's a major plus. So you can't rule that. You live in America, in Canada for 5 years, and you're now a Canadian citizen, and you carry a Canadian passport, but the world is yours. You lived in America for 8 or 9 years, you don't do your Yahoo Yahoo marriage, you don't do your divorce, they don't give you paper. You understand? The world is your oyster. So those advantages can never be undermined. But I still say it all the time. Nigeria is not the word and opposite of abroad. Nigeria get your own good sides. Abroad get your own good sides. It depends on what you are looking for. It depends on what you are looking for. Now, the conversation that I want us to have today is not Nigeria or abroad. It is more based on children. There is a global scourge. There is a global pandemic that is burning the world right now. And it is called overparenting and overcompensating your children. Listen to me. Overparenting and overcompensating your children. It is a global scourge. Children need, if you read the Bible, everybody in the Bible had their good times and their bad times. At a point in time, David, as much as he was blessed by God, he was exiled by his own son. David was anointed king of Israel. He did not become the king until Saul died. And for much of his life, he was on the run. He was on the run from Saul. He was on the run from Absalom. You understand? Abraham had his ups and downs. Isaac, there was famine in the land when Isaac sowed. Elijah had his ups and downs. For you to think that you can create a system for your children that they only have ups without downs will be disastrous. Why did the Oyinbo Americans buy the Native Americans? You know what they did? They gave them chickenpox blankets, smallpox blankets, and they had no immunity to it. The malaria that Oyinbo will come to this Nigeria. I was reading the story of a Oyinbo woman that came to Nigeria, caught malaria, and lost her 2 legs and 2 arms to malaria. Let me tell you my own malaria story. In 2021, all my children had malaria. Now I carry all of them go hospital. Daniela had malaria that gave her bone pain, baby freeze. We had to be taking him to the hospitals every 6 hours to collect injection. Amarachi was on one pause, was on the others. Everybody had malaria. So me and taste buds, now we carry them go hospital. So we run malaria tests for everybody. Everybody came positive. So the doctor can suggest, say, me and taste buds, because we've been in close proximity with these children, make we also run malaria tests. Now we run malaria tests. I came positive, taste buds came positive. So they gave all of us treatment. They gave taste buds her medication. They gave me my medication. We now came home. Taste bud now said, when do we start the malaria medicine? I look and say, I don't have any symptoms. Why should I treat what I have no symptoms for? Instead of make I treat myself now, make I just go wait, make the malaria show for my body, then I go treat them. Now, so me and taste buds agree. Taste buds did not have malaria symptoms until 1 year later. Now, me can still treat taste buds. Since that 2001 till today. 2 years ago, the medicine expired, I throw it. Since then till now, I never get the malaria. And the malaria still in my body. I did work out my life normally. Because I did not treat the malaria. So the malaria did my body. Maybe one day if I'm really weak or really stressed, it can now come up. Since 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 4 years, I no use the treatment. They born you for America to come Nigeria, may no get malaria shots. Every time I want to travel to London, I go just buy malaria medicine, put for my bag. Just in case malaria hook me for London, I get what I go use. I go carry and go, carry and come. The malaria no they catch me. So what am I trying to say? You see, sometimes, 2021, sorry. You see, sometimes, when you go through hard times, the hard times are not supposed to destroy you. They are supposed to help you build your immunity. You understand? Sometimes you need. So I say your mouth no they relate with my voice. Then turn off the close the screen, they listen to only the voice. Am I acting action movie that it must sync? Whether I relate with the voice, no relate with you can see me and you can hear me, just manage it. It doesn't matter. Ignore it. You see, this is why I will lock. If I hear any more, I swear to God, one more person says your voice is not correlating with the audio, I will lock the comment section. So I want to see how you want to type this nonsense. Are you watching a 3D action movie? Are you watching Spider-Man? That the voice and so a lot of people, I said there are two problems: over parenting and overcompensating. What is overparenting? You being afraid that if you don't cover all your children's possible loopholes, you have not done well and they'll be in trouble. So where they are supposed to go and figure out life, you are there to help them prepare for the life that they've not figured out. That's overcompensating. Sorry, overparenting. What is overcompensating? Overcompensating is, as I suffer, I don't want to make my pikin suffer. You no say that sense where you get now from that suffer. How your pikin want to get sense if you don't suffer? How you don't forget say, now suffer now give you sense. You now want your child to have sense without suffering. You think you can teach somebody sense? Now life and experiences now they teach sense. So a lot of parents, now, why did I have to go through the long narrative about abroad? Because most of you people abroad suffered in Nigeria. And because you have the opportunity to be in a place where you are not suffering, you tend to want to protect your children from that suffer. That suffer now will give them sense. I say this all the time. If money goes from generation to generation. How come there is no billionaire's child that has done 10% of what the father has done? When we were growing up, MK Abiola was the richest, was the Dangote. When I was young, in my teens and 20s, MK Abiola was the Dangote of the richest man in Nigeria. Where are his children today? They are fighting themselves on social media. Otedola is one. Davido is two. Mention another one. Dangote is three from the Dantata dynasty. You cannot mention 10. You cannot mention 10. And are Otedola's children doing as well as Otedola? Have the children done 2% of what he has done? Has Dangote's children, have they done 10% or Adenuga's children, have they done 10% of what Adenuga has done? Or Elumelu's children? Or Jimovia's children? I have a lot of billionaire children's friends. Baba, the mental health crisis on another level is not money. Money is your own problem because you have to pay mortgage. They don't have to pay mortgage. You have to pay car notes. They don't have to pay car notes. If Dangote's child or Adenuga's child relocates to America, there is a car and a house there waiting for him to drive and live. Kamaruddin said most of their children are just regular. 95% of billionaires' children are just regular people. They've not done anything exceptional. If their parents were poor, they will join the parents in the poverty. The reason why they are doing okay is because their parents were rich. Yes, I agree with Governor Soludo. That's his children are doing very well on social media. You can see how well they're doing. So I agree with you. So there is this tendency. I was talking with my younger sister who's a doctor, and we're all like, if you see £1 million, all you do. My younger sister said she will buy 2 houses for both her children. I sit down, they look at like this. You will buy a house so that your children don't have to suffer. You paying house mortgage, how is it suffer? How is it suffer? So you will do 3 jobs, so your child will only have to do one. Why don't I do 1 job so my child can do 3? Why do I have to be the one to do 3 jobs so my child will have to do only 1? Why can't I do 1 job, make my child do 3? Not be the 2 hand and leg I get. I want to read a Bible verse for you. Who can help me with Bible? The conversation is not abroad and Nigeria right now. That's why I want to turn off the comment section. The conversation is creating a soft landing for your children. I want to read 2 Corinthians chapter 8. I want to read from verse 10. Here is my advice. It will be good for you to finish what you have started a year ago. Last year, you were the first who wanted to give, and you were the first to begin doing it. Now you should finish what you started. Let the eagerness showed in the beginning be matched now by your giving. Give in proportion to what you have, not what you don't have. I'm reading from the NLT. Give in proportion to what you have, not what you don't have. Whatever you give is acceptable if you give eagerly, and give according to what you have, not what you don't have. Of course, I don't mean that your giving should make life easy for others and hard for yourselves. I only mean that there should be some equality. Right now, you have plenty and can help those who are in need. Later, they will have plenty and can share with you when you are in need. In this way, things will be equal. So here is Paul talking about not even giving to your children, but giving to a project of God. Why would you give to make life easy for others, but hard for yourself? If Paul speaks about this in giving to the ministry, let us talk about giving to our own children. Why do you give to your children out of what you don't have? Because if you have to do two jobs to pay for your children's university education, then it means you can't afford it. If you have to run shifts, double shift or triple shift, to pay for your child university, it means you can't afford it. What it means is you are giving what you don't have. You don't have it. It's not like you have $1 million a year, earning $1 million a year. After tax, you are left with $600,000 a year. You are saving $250,000 of it every year. And your child needs $150,000 a year to go to Harvard. You can afford it. You can afford it. But when your entire annual salary before tax is less than that 1 year Harvard school fees, then you cannot afford it. So you are going to suffer to make life easy for your child. And you are going to end up with over expectation. You are going to be entitled. And you are going to be angry when your child does not reciprocate that level of sacrifice. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. So what do I tell people? Because you slept on the floor does not mean your children should sleep on the floor. My children don't enter bus. There was a point in time I made them enter bus. And you become very bitter. Someone said, who they pay for university when you can attend free and pay later? Nigerians still want to cover, they don't want their children to have school loans because they don't want their children to be suffering and paying it back. See, if you don't allow your child to pay for what he or she is consuming, you will pay for it with your sweat. I'll tell you a story. I have one story that Chichi Obama shared and one story. There's this girl, she had 2 children, went to school together. She had 2 kids, they're in university. So she didn't want the kids to suffer. So she started running double shift, doing business. So her husband was going to normal work She was running night shifts. She ran night shifts without breaks. Her husband was doing his normal 9 to 5, but it required him traveling from state to state. The husband told me that it's normal for them to live in the same house and not see each other for 2 months. It was very normal. Say he now got a job in another state that would take him 3 weeks off, 1 week on. He said when he moved to the other state, he started seeing his wife more. Because when he comes back home and he's resting for that 1 week, him and his wife go they see. Because when his wife does her night shift, comes in the morning, she will sleep the whole day before she goes for her first job and then her night shift. So when she wakes up in the afternoon to start preparing for work, at least they see. He said before they know they see. He said, what kind of life is this life that I live with my wife in the same house and I can't see her? But then I go and get another job in another town and then I see her more. Then the job he went to do in that other town was a short period job. So he came back to the house and continued this 2 months, then we'll go see. Then one of our friends, now got a political appointment and invited him to come to Nigeria. So he came back to Nigeria, got political appointment. His friend became like, I don't want to mention, so figure out. So he became like an advisor to the guy that had the political appointment. So he used to go abroad every 2 months to spend a week. He was seeing his wife more when he was living in Nigeria than when he was living abroad, when he was living in America with her. And he don't tell this in wife, say, allow these children to pay their bills. Let us enjoy this life. No. I suffered when I was growing up. My children are never going to suffer. He told her, I said, that suffer and I make you get this sense where you get. Don't try to protect your children from what will give them sense. You understand at the end of the day? So at the end of the day, what now happened? The guy and his wife started quarreling. Niger, person we don't the Niger, don't they chop money. By the time he came to Nigeria, the wife had finished paying the school loans and everything. But then she refinanced their house. So she's now hustling to pay back the loan. And the guy said he doesn't want to invest in America again, that he wants to start real estate in Nigeria. So the money he's making in Nigeria, he told the wife, he said, he's even more interested in her selling the house, what to take the equity, whatever equity is left on that house, and bring the money to Nigeria. The wife said, lie, she wants to be with the children. Problem starts. He not reach 6 months. Once more, they don't carry belly for this guy. They don't do traditional marriage. Baba tell me, say, if he go 3 months, make it not knack. And say, that knack, where they will come knack for that 3 months, say, he go they knack by body. Say, inside, the wife go they snore. He go they knack him, she go they snore. He just laugh, she lay here. Because my children want to go to school. Me, I no go come knack my wife. My wife go come tell me, say, make I not get girlfriend. Una go know my girlfriend. I go bring her and come my life. Say, meet my side chick. Papa, that one, there's no argument. You want to take care of your children, go and take care of your children, no problem. Some of you have worked so hard. You cannot even buy a shoe for yourself. because you want to protect the children from the hustle that is going to make them wise. Nobody is telling you to punish your children. Nobody is telling you to let your children suffer. What we are simply telling you is that same hustle where you hustle. Allow your children to hustle and small. Instead of doing 2 jobs, so your child can go to university debt-free, why don't you do 1 job? So your child can look at you and emulate the good life that you are living.
Good morning.
Good morning, my darling. Make I invite some people. May they come here. May they come talk their mind. I don't try. Go ahead, though, Lynn.
I'm just joining.
Okay.
I joined not quite long too.
Sele. Okay, Lynn. Press X. Let me bring
Okay.
other people then. Henry the Great.
Hello, dear.
How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
What are your thoughts? Henry. How are you doing? Well done, no? How far? The day where you enjoy yourself. Oh yeah, guys, make I hear your side. I don't have too much time.
DF, as you said, you said it all. You've said it all. It is essential for a parent to only labor for himself and his family or his kids when they are unable to fend for themselves. But when they are of age to fend for themselves, it's only but logical for them to gear up in order to affront life. I'm talking from my own end. I think previously I've shared a part of my story of my entrepreneurial journey. My dad no send me. If he get the whole world, he can have 3 times the amount I need. And what he would just need to do is I entrust this money, take this money, import the market, and supply to me. He will tell me that he would rather buy it from someone that has the item available.
And that thing will pain you.
If I don't buy, and a small thing remain. Well, I want to use myself for an example now. My mom lives in the US, right? Okay. My dad lives in the UK. And I could say, like, most of the adult life that I lived, like, from 16, 17, when you're maturing to be a man, most of those years, I didn't have my parents like everybody. Everybody in university will go home to parents, go back home and, enjoy with their family. My own family is abroad, so I'd rather just stay in school, right? But one thing I used to fight my mom for back then, because obviously in America, you know how it is now. You just go to America, you locate into America, it's really not green. The grass is really not green on the other side. You understand? You don't expect parents sending you money like, right, like immediately. I was always angry, like, people say your mom is in America, your dad is in UK. Everybody's expecting you to be, but sure, I have good clothes,
Some iced coffee.
So everybody was expecting, like, you have to be on that level. But I realized that there was a lot of expectations for me from outsiders that didn't know, like, what was really going on. So at that point in time, it kind of like ignited something in me. Like, at this point, I think I need to actually figure my life out. Back then at home, I was always angry at my mom, like, why don't you send me money? She would be like, I work in hours and all of that. And by herself, Nigerian woman now, she got to America 3 months, she already rushed to go and buy a car, picked up a lot of bills that, were not really necessary. So in her mind, when she was going, she was telling me like, Maori, once I get to America, I'll be sending you 100K every month. I'm talking 2016. You know, all of those things. That wasn't the reality. Even up till now, my sister is already a US Army. My dad is doing perfectly okay. But around that time, if they had over pampered me, sending me money for different things, everything I needed at that point in time, I wouldn't even be close to where I am today. You know, at some point in 2018, I like the idea of always traveling abroad, that good life thing. So I thought while my parents traveled abroad, they were already living good, at some point, it got better. And that's over 10 years now. Thank God. But at that point in time, for every good thing that I did for myself, I had to pick it up from the hustle that I've learned from my parents while they were in Nigeria. You understand? So traveling abroad, going to different countries and all of those things, I really like them. But I had friends that were abroad that were also struggling at that time. Do you understand me? So I had to now ignite myself. I started selling phones. I created shoe brands, things that I never imagined that I would do in my life. Maybe say that police they carry me go school, come back when my friends were in Nigeria. I didn't even know how downfall and all of those things. So I started doing things by myself. All of those hustles that I saw my friend doing, I never thought that I would even get to the point where I would have to sell something. I thought my friends were just going to give me like true pass to do everything in my life. But them moving abroad and denying me of some of those benefits, I promise you, during the early days in school, I was always very hungry. But it ignited something. I started running a farm from my 300 level in school, which I still run till today. Do you
Are
understand?
you in Nigeria?
Yes, I'm in Nigeria. I'm here in Bagada.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I'm here in Bagada. I've stayed to you a couple of times, and you were actually part of. I can say like, I'm not even trying to like speak talk right now. I can say you were part of like 40% of people that shaped my mindset. Because I've been following you since like 2017. 2017, when you still had you don't use your cap at those times. You still wearing the finish, you feel like white shirts to the live video. Then. So I'm just picking different informations everywhere. That denial, my point here is like the denial of those benefits of your parents, they are in abroad. Sending me $100 or $200 in school would have been more than enough. Until my mom buy house for America, when she buy house for Nigeria, before she even hear say she want to send anybody. Because obviously I was already becoming an adult. Do you get? So if I wasn't denied all those benefits at that point in time, I don't even know where I would be right now. Maybe myself I could not JAPA. Maybe I could not JAPA the go chase things maybe say you understand. So I really appreciate like this topic that you brought up. It just felt like you were talking about me. Parents sometimes I feel like they overcompensate their children, and at the end of the day, that your projected results, what you are looking like, oh, they're gonna become this in future, they might never become any of those things. Because even as human beings, right? Whenever you are assisted to do something, just like somebody that keeps billing you, asking you for money, they will always come back to ask. Not like when if you like give the person 10 billion, it
Oh, good evening. Sonny, please. That's my friend, Ochi.
Good evening, bro. How are you guys doing?
I'm good. I'm here. Like,
Lovely seeing you, OT.
oh, good evening.
Good evening, brother.
So, Sonny, please, he's getting married
Oh,
tomorrow.
hey,
Yeah.
congratulations.
So
Congratulations.
you live in New Jersey. Yeah, you live in New Jersey. So we're in New Jersey
Congratulations.
right now. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. That's
So
so
that's
nice, bro.
fantastic.
Henry, lovely seeing you. Make I continue my conversation. Take care, bro. Congratulations. Congratulations,
So
brother.
pretty much, I think that Fizz is very, very right. Like, if my parents didn't deny me of some certain benefits, I probably won't turn out to be anything. The first time I told my mom I was going to Dubai, she was like, "Dubai, you?" They didn't believe until I got on the plane. That was like 2019. The first time I told my mom I'm going to buy a car, I sent her money like $100,000. like help me buy like an accident car. She didn't believe me until she got the money. You know, that was when the help now started coming in. That was when my mom was like, okay, I know somebody in Texas that can help you buy cars. Okay, I'll pay the person some money. You know, that was when the help would have now started even making sense. Because imagine they were sending me money in school back then. I'll probably use this. I'll probably carry girls and enjoy my life in school. You know, but that so far, that condition my mind though. Spaghetti with epo, you know, and you go class, you go wear better clothes, wear Nike. As per say my parents they abroad, but I wasn't bored at all. Good evening, Daddy friends.
Good evening, brother.
Yeah, how you doing?
Very well.
What do you farm?
What do you say?
Like what do you farm? You say you're into farming, right?
Crop and livestock.
What crop is
livestock? I do major of fish farming, but I do more of consultancy and farm development now. I don't really do the fish farming thing. The risk is too much. But I do more of consultancy and like farm development. I mean, a lot of things actually. That was when I had to start learning instruments, you know, going to play for churches, you know.
I tell you about my younger brother. My younger brother is a Muslim, but he played instrument in church to send himself to school.
That's what I learned. I was going to select to learn keyboard. I'll play in Redeem. I'll play in Redeem first service. I'll play 9 and 10. I'll go to another church in Okiodo, in Ilorin. I'll play like from 2. I will just make like, before you know, 5K, 10K here and there. At the point, I wasn't even calling them. I wasn't even calling them anymore. But that stuff finally shaped my mind though. When I was going to school, I was going like a big boy. I was thinking, yeah, my dad is in the UK. My mom is in the US. You know?
My brother that just joined. What are your thoughts? Sorry for cutting you, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Can you? Okay. Can you hear me? Yeah. Thank you so much for this opportunity that is free. I think everything you are saying is right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hear you.
Okay. So I think this is a very good conversation. I think especially those of us here in diaspora, I think we always want that thing that, because we didn't have this, we want our children to have it. And they come, and you will be shocked the way we do it sometimes. You will not believe it. There are some people in America here that are actually as good as the public schools are here in the United States. You will still find some people sending their children to private school. You will still see them, and most of these people are not really like. It's not that they have like too many or they are too much money or anything, but they just I don't know why we do that. So I think you are right. We have to let these children find their own path. They have to suffer for their own thing. So I think you are really, really right. And some of us, even let me use myself as an example. I am here. I believe if I'm living in Nigeria, I would live a better life in Nigeria than I'm living here. That is great. I have worked here. I was in the military before myself. I'm in retirement now. I get retirement. And I will tell you that the money I pay for my mortgage, for everything that I have to use because my children are here, if I'm going to calculate it in Naira, probably 9 million a month, that is crazy. If I'm living in Nigeria monthly on my retirement, I would have had that kind of amount. And I would have lived better in Nigeria than living here. But because, I have to stay in America and raise these children. Sometimes I think that, why don't let these children come to America, get their citizenship, and come back and meet me in Nigeria? Bro, let me give you and then we go through, Nigeria is bad. America is not that really good too.
It's not because America don't go out saying things about their own country. Don't mean that they don't have their own shortcomings. They do. They do. So I think you are very right. You know, to let these children have their own path and let their own suffering be their own experience too, so that they can have a better life too, like we did. So that's my contribution. I thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. My brother, you wanted to say something. Let me hear you out.
Yeah, I wanted to use my younger sister as an example because when my mom was relocating to the US in 2016, early 2016, she relocated with my younger sister, right? So most of our early ages was in Nigeria, right? And my mom was like a proper businesswoman in Nigeria. We had Coca-Cola shop, we had we were even selling fufu to the likes of Tantalizers, Mr. Beast, and all of those people. Then, so the hustling was there. So when my mom relocated, coincidentally, like 5 of our friends from church too. Nigerians are people like, Los America. Nobody said it to each other. They just found out like they were all relocating in that year. I think they were given a lot of visas around that time. Now, they all went with kids that were around my age at that time and my sister's age. At 14, my younger sister, there's this thing they call Shola or something then, right? My mom was like, she did not come to this America to suffer. You have hands. In Lagos, you were in city shop, you know how to calculate money, and you will spend money here. My mom took my sister to Country Fresh. They got that place, Country Fresh in Texas. I'm sure people that know that, they will know what I'm talking about. She started working at 14. A lot of our friends there, they were like, they were pampering their children, they Americanized them. They took all that Nigerianness away from them. In their mind, they thought they were doing good to them. I promise you, my sister is 20, she's 23 now, she'll be 23. She's in the military and she's married. All those girls, they got pregnant. They got out of school, left school. Some of them, I can't even associate myself that I know them, right? So I feel like sometimes it's the foundational issues, right? Over pampering a child sometimes, like only Yoruba used to say this thing, owó ìyàgbọ́n, òun lọ́mọ máa padà rán. It's the way you train your children. It's like power bank. You are charging it so that it can fuel you up later. Yeah. So if you charge it. If you don't charge it. You will definitely need it someday, and you won't be able to use it. So back then, a lot of people were criticizing my mom. What do you say?
Aren't you contradicting yourself a bit?
How?
Because yet before you came on the live, you spoke about how essential it was for them to leave you back here in Nigeria for you to face little adversity that that shaped you and that made you.
My sister is a girl. She's a girl. She was a young teenager. Me, I was by that time. I was supposed to go do law in OAU or something then. My sister is a girl. She was still in secondary school at that time. You want my mom to leave a young girl like that? I think she was about 12 or 13. She was 13 at that time. And obviously, they gave them the visa at that time. Me, I didn't want to go because I was looking for admission for about 2 years. So now you want me to now leave admission. I now have the admission now. You want me to go to America? I didn't know. At that time. So when my sister relocated, the point I'm trying to make is that my mom asked him, allowing my sister to walk at that point in time. Maybe it was too harsh. But she's enjoying it now. My sister is married. I'm not even married. My sister is a nurse. She's in the military. And all her peers at that time, which were children of my mom's friends, at that time, it was going. It was, just because of this pampering issue. So now, their parents are now using my own sister as an example. Can't you see? But these same parents were the ones saying, do you want to kill this child? Why is she working? You understand? So I think sometimes it's just the foundational thing of parents, and you have to kind of kill your emotions sometimes as a parent. You have to kill your emotions to make some decisions, you know. So I mean, pretty much that's my own contribution. I really appreciate that, the freeze.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Thank you so much, dear brother.
Now,
Thank you.
all right, bye bye.
Bye, bro.
Anyways, I believe, as he said, and the only issue I had with his rendition was that he said that children are like our.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, and God bless you. All right.
So,
I'm listening to you, Sele.
okay, the only issue I had with the brother's rendition is that he said that the children are like power banks. If you like, charge them, or if you like, do not charge them. It's they can only give you the juice they have when they are either charged or not. You understand? That is, if you are thinking in that perspective, it means that you are breeding expectation and entitlement little by little. So that was just what I had
Well
to
done,
say.
brother.
Yeah. How you doing now? Yeah, brother, how you doing now? I'm good, brother. Respect. So, all in all, his rendition was nice, but parents aren't meant to charge in order to expect something in return. That's just what I have to say. Brother,
I like that. I like that.
Well, what I'm just going to say, first of all, is if anybody has not JAPA yet, first of all, the biggest mistake you can make is to say, okay, you go and JAPA first. I will stay with the children, or children should go, wife should go, husband should stay. Please don't do it. Don't even try. It doesn't bear good fruits. Don't do it. First of all, don't separate your family in the name of. I'm a product of that experience, so I will not advise anybody to do it. It's not good. Yeah, it's not good. I don't go into my own story, but it's not good. There's nothing good about it. You see, when you have a family together, there is nothing compared to it. Money cannot fix it. When you don't, money cannot fix it. It doesn't matter how the comfort is. Like me, I'll just tell you a little bit. My father, after he lost his job, he moved to the UK. We were in Nigeria. My father was a very great guy. He's a great guy. He was taking care of us, sending clothes, sending money, sending shoes, sending everything. We were the best dressed in our neighborhood. We were having good education. But the vacuum that left, nothing in this world can fill it. Please, don't do it. Don't do it. You understand? The only reason why you can do that is if it is certain that at a particular time the family will join you. Because there's nothing certain. If you are not from America, if you are not from the UK and you are not a citizen, please don't think you have the power to determine when you're going to see your family again. You might not see them in 20 years. And you may never ever see them. And when you see them, you have to start learning them. You're a total stranger. There's nothing you can do about that. Then talking about buying yourself while just making sure, your responsibility as parents is to take care of our children, but men especially, you will never be preferred. You will never be considered. Your interest, your health, your comfort. Nobody wants to hear about why you did not send money, why you did not buy clothes, why you did not pay rent. Whatever you're going through, the same thing they feel like you cannot achieve when you're alive is if you buy, everybody will move on, including your children. Don't even think that anybody is going to understand that you cannot provide. The only thing they will understand is that why do my other friends go to that school? Why do they wear those clothes? Why do they have those phones that I don't have it? And you're a failure. Even if you did it 9 times, the one time you did not do it, that makes you a failure as a man. So in your own interest, make sure you secure your own health, you secure your own wellness. Whatever you have, you have. If you don't have it, you want to do 10 jobs on your own, bro. On your own, you will lose your wife, you will lose your children, you will lose the faithfulness and loyalty and the respect if you don't do enough, no matter how well you do it. If it's not enough, it's as good as not doing it. Brother, do you know what? In order to second this your idea, sometimes men tend to believe that they are indispensable in a marriage. And I believe that that's fictitious. It's a mirage. It's a lie. Because the minute you are no more, you will see that the people you left behind will fare better than when you were there in some cases.
Okay, let's look at this triangle. As a man, you are right here in the middle. Okay, the expectations are high for you. You cannot fail, so you're under pressure. Okay. Number one, you have your wife to satisfy. You have your children to satisfy. You have your siblings. You have friends. You have parents. If you still have them, you are in the middle. You have to satisfy all these people. And anytime you are not able to take care of their demands or their requests or their expectation, you are under pressure. And so you spend all your life trying to satisfy people and then unconsciously forgetting to take care of yourself. It's just a few people, a few children, a few partners, a few parents, a few friends that will understand that this is what you have to go through, and you cannot do those things. The moment you don't do it, you're a bad child, you're a bad husband, you're a bad father, you're a bad friend, you're selfish, you're whatever. For everything you buy for yourself, you buy a car for yourself, you're selfish. Why are you riding a car when we have not eaten? Why are you smiling? Why are you laughing? Why are you enjoying yourself? Why are you living? Why you are, at the end of the day, you feel like you just have to do more. You just have to do more. I have friends here that our families abroad in Nigeria, for example, and I see how they struggle, how they fight, how they survive. Some of them have grown. There are so many men abroad that have grown. They are older than their age. They've lost every physical ability, every physical attribute that made them men. Like you see, like a man is supposed to be fit, comfortable, happy, strong, have time for himself, have time for recreational activities, have time to travel, have time to enjoy himself. They can't even do any of those because of other people except themselves.
Body freeze.
Well done, Ray. How you doing?
I'm speaking facts. So I know Nigeria get a CP, but 8 out of every family that moves abroad, whether they have children or not, even in this abroad, they will never remain as a unified family. Because wife go find people and go that side, woman go find people and go that side. And we all know what happens in all those things, in all those cases. One person will go, because you can't even find people in the same state.
So that fine paper, you go marry other people.
You go marry for one state, because if you're in the same state, the Oka go fall, like they go no say something, they go come, they put eye. Say you go see your partner, that they go investigate you and see that why are you in the same state, and they will catch you easily. So for that reason, you have to go and start sneaking in to see each other. You see that divide. Now one small boy we go just they follow your wife play for work, or just they arrange your wife. Cases day now where we know. Cases day. Maybe say wife don't, they're just physically roommates. By the time you come back together after finding the papers, it can never ever be the same, bro.
Be the same.
It can never ever be the same. So bad as it is, if you are in Nigeria and working hard and struggling, it might be bad. It is better to keep life together with your family than thinking that abroad is going to save you. The fight you're coming to fight here, the end, you say, you're in America, why don't you come home? It's not about that. Prevention is better than cure. JAPA as a single person, young person, is better for you. If it's on your boy, you see for you marry. If in Akata you say marry. If in Nigeria you say marry. If you want to remain single, but when you have a family, you have children, JAPA is not always the best option. I rest my case.
Maybe when I talk this thing, this same thing when you talk, maybe they used to come for me.
Yes, so
don't do it, bro. Don't do it. If you want to JAPA, make sure you have rights to live in the country before you JAPA your entire family. Make sure you have permanent rights to live. I got one guy. He came into America with green card. Is it not? He made his money in Nigeria and he decided to move to America. He bought the property, invested in state of is it Texas, and they gave them, because they brought in money, they gave them papers, green cards straight from Nigeria. Nobody say they can't do paper. If you don't have that kind of opportunity, Baba, that money in your pocket, pray that God just blesses it and keep your family together. If you cannot afford a 4-bedroom apartment, move to 1-bedroom apartment and stay with your family and remain happy there. Because you're going to lose the family. The same family you want to come to abroad to come and give better life, you go lose them. You go lose them. You go lose them. I tell
sure.
you.
Well said, brother. For sure.
You lose them. Because again, apart from the common situation that you are fighting as a foreigner, as a black person, and as a Niger, this is not your country. All their social benefits are not for you. They are not for you. The system, you don't forget that the people that you look like, they don't come from, they don't have the same education that you have. They don't have the same culture that you have. They don't have the family orientation that you have. So you are coming to meet a system that has already deprived those people that look like you. So you have to adjust your life to a strange life where now the hierarchy be this: white man, white woman, black woman, pets, black man. That is the arrangement.
And you know what is very interesting about what you're saying now? Even if you are a top earner over there, the system is designed for you to spend your money within the system.
Bro, I was telling a friend of mine, I said, let's analyze it. You're in America. You are working. You are earning, let's say you have a good job. You are earning like $3,000 for every 2 weeks. That's if you are lucky. Let's even limit it to 2,000 every 2 weeks. Now, you are in a society where nothing is really bought in cash, right? You are paying mortgage. You have a house. The owners of the building company, the mortgage company, they are white. The banks where you are putting the money, they are white people. Yeah. The owners of the car company, the car dealership, they are white people. The clothes you are buying, they are created by people. And we will go we'll carry our head, go rent hall, do party. The owners of the structures are white people. The drinks you are buying, they are put by the white people. So you are making the money from them, they are collecting. They giving you with one hand, they are collecting the whole money back with the other hand. And at the end of the day, the woman has power. You understand? And then another thing is that the system is not about keeping the family together. They will remind the children that they have their rights. They remind the wife that they can do without you. Every little misunderstanding, get out of the house. And when the police come, before they hear anything, you have to leave. It doesn't matter if you bought the house. You have to leave the house first of all. Go rent 1-room apartment. The house belongs to the wife and the children at that time. At the end of the day, even health-wise, waiting with a chop for a year, Baba, no be real food. No be real food. Now, black people, they collect cancer, all these degenerative diseases most. You understand? The food is not real food. Even your health, what you are eating, the meat is red meat. And I tell you, the kind of food that you buy in Kroger is different from what you're going to buy in Fresh Market. Fresh Market, if you enter them now, you see one black, you can see about 30 because you cannot afford it. What you are earning cannot earn you to buy that high quality food. They will say one spinach is organic, one is regular. You see that organic, the difference might be $5. You cannot afford it. You think about, how can with $5 I can buy something you can buy from dollar store. So you are buying substandard food and you just put it into your system, your health is failing. Plus the many hours of working, your back, you are driving Uber, your back is sick. You don't have time for yourself. You can't even travel. You think that money that you're going to buy ticket to go and travel, you have to send it to Nigeria. You are building a house in Nigeria. Everything is on top of your head as a man. Baba, sit at home. If you have not JAPA, if you are watching, if you have not JAPA, you have a family. And
you don't have permanent stay. Permanent. I'm not saying student visa, permanent stay to live abroad with your family, Baba. Let God bless whatever you have. Cut down your expenses and hope that God will help you until you are able to take care of your family on your own. Abroad JAPA is not the best.
Another thing is this, even though, because we know that 4K a month is basically 48K a year, which in some states it's barely average or below average. You understand? Like New York and the rest of it, it's average or below average. People might earn more. People might earn 60K a year. People might earn 70K a year. Some people earn 80K, they are lucky. You understand? But the thing is, you do not own your time. You are not flexible. Like me now, I'm in Nigeria, and it's almost 5 a.m. and I've not slept. And I'm likely going to sleep and wake up around 11 and go to work. That flexibility is what I love. I can decide I'm not going to go to work for a month, and my business will keep running. So that is what I love about Nigeria. The flexibility, the ability to be yourself, and to have peace of mind while you are at it.
Race, you never talk.
And you don't say they say when everybody's talking, nobody's talking. That my brother on glasses made so much, lovely points. But he spoke, from the point of wisdom. I believe a lot of people watching learned a lot from him. And I also want to thank my brother that's living here in Nigeria with me. Like he rightly said, one thing about Nigeria is the flexibility. And the only problem we have here in Nigeria is that there is a bit less dignity for labor. Some people don't appreciate people that are really genuinely, legitimately working just to make a living.
That's the truth, bro.
Yeah. The comparison is too much.
That fish get pepper.
You're working so hard to put food on your table and take care of your responsibility. You will see the pressure of comparison. People will compare you to the people that are peddling drugs. Some of them will compare to the fraudsters. Some will compare to a lot of people that earn through other means that are not legitimate. But I tell people, you just need to be very, very proud of what you're doing and cut your cloak just according to your size, and you will survive. You'll be happy. The 90% of the problem people are having here is just pressure, especially social media validation. We're living in the era of social media these days. Especially women. If you are married to any person who is living her life or comparing you to what is happening on social media, my brother, you're already on a hot soup. In a hot soup, sorry. And again, talking about the topic of the night, which is a soft landing for kids. I will never be against legacies for kids, building legacies for your kids, training them in the right way, investing in them, and having investment for them as well. It's somebody say, no, I'm not Japan, I'm in Nigeria, I'm in Lagos. So basically, like the problem I see some people having currently, I stand to be corrected. It's okay for billionaires to relocate their children abroad, especially those of them that have investments there. But if you are just coming up, probably you just have this money in your account that's making you feel like you're rich already. And then you feel like the best option is to relocate your children abroad. My brother, I'm just going to enter a very hot soup. Because you are earning in Naira and you're going to be spending in hard currency. There's nothing that is quick to make a man poor than this. And most of them are doing this currently because of, like I said, social media validation, pressure, competition, comparison. Obi Kubana's family is not living in London. That's a new thing in vogue now, I mean, like, I think it's high time I relocated my kids to the US or Canada and stuff. Bro, you will just enter hotels. Because you don't even know if him too is earning in pounds through his investments there that he's using to pay bills. Because some people don't just bring all their business to social media. They don't know. They only show you what they want to.
What they want to show you, yeah.
Yeah. So
Like basically, I know a couple of, but I don't want to start calling names, that have lost their marriages, because they were quick to relocate their kids and their wife abroad for a better life, in a way of like, giving them that more comfortable life, secure this, get passport and the rest. So what happened? Maybe their wife will start knocking another person because you're not sending her enough money, or you're not footing the bill as expected. The expectations, you're not meeting it, you're not meeting up with it. At the end of the day, there'll be, fights here and there. Next thing is over. And if you're a public person and it ends that way, it's even going to be more problem for you, because you see some of them will even hold you down on child support. Do you understand? Some of them are paying child support. Like some people are earning in naira now. Like I'm talking to you, paying like 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, or even above monthly because of their lost marriage. They abroad. Do you get the point? So what I'm trying to say is it's very important as a person, as a man, especially as a young man coming up, to just do things according to what you can afford. Even if you want to follow a woman that understands you, that knows your pocket, and be real is very important. If she doesn't want to stay because of your realness, let her go. It will do you a lot of favor. If she doesn't want to stay, because if you put yourself under pressure or fall into that pressure of training kids at high standards that you can afford, just like what that is like from the beginning, that if there was a place we said, if you have to do shifts or do 2-3 jobs just to pay for bills for your kids, it's not good. You're not living the life. You're not. In fact, you already put yourself under pressure. The same thing with rent. If you don't own your house, if your 3 months income maximum 3 months income cannot comfortably pay your house rent, you need to consider going to a place that is cheap.
Our network don't seize. Everywhere don't hook. Oh, now, wow, everywhere does. Simple. Oluwa.he Jigga. I don't dey tire. Make I go sleep. I don't drink my drink. I don't chop my fish. Instagram don't hook. Make I end the live now. Thank you so much, Oluwa.he. I truly appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. I'm exhausted. Make I go sleep. good night, guys. Thank you for buying my money gun.